Yo, welcome to Beers and Bars.
Where's Mr. Boniferro? Your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion, and of course, great beer.
I am Kamal Kiddo.
OT the Golden Child. Thank y'all for checking out our last week's episode. Yeah, man. We was talking about that Drake, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, never mind situation. So yeah, man. We are here with a new episode this week. Got a wonderful guest that's here with us, man. So first of all, though, thank y'all for checking out thank y'all for subscribing, the long time listeners. If this is your first time, whether you watching us on YouTube live or whether you are on the the apps and whatnot, thank you for checking us out, man. Yeah, man. Subscribe. Got a guest here.
Yes. We got a friend and family member of the show. At this point, alumni, Mr. Dan Boniferro of Laylow Brewery out in Toronto, Canada. Welcome, Dan, once again. Woo! Mr. Dan Boniferro. Where are you right now, Mr. Boniferro?
I am at Laylow right now, 1144 College. I'm in the basement. We are Toronto's smallest brewery, so I'll give you a quick sneak peek. Colin, our head brewer, is actually right here. Say what up, Colin.
Yo, what's up, guys?
There he is.
Colin, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Nice boots, man.
I know, killer boots, man.
Fashion and fun,
So this is like where all that magic happens. It's like we brew in the kitchen, but then everything else is essentially, fermentation. Colin's literally down here, just literally checking on his babies on a consistent basis. And he brewed today, so he's actually just transferring some Zenith, the Belgian Golden Ale right now. So
Ooh, nice. Okay, that's what's up, man. Well, we glad to have you here, man, for another. I don't know. This is your third time now, right?
3. I'm going for 5. I'm going for a jacket. I want a jacket. I want to make it so I get like a 5 episode jacket, like SNL.
Hey, man, that can definitely work out. But if people don't know why we're here, Beer and Rap Show. We have an important show today, which is why we wanted to bring the homie Dan on. Student of the game, hip hop, man. Dan be putting us on as far as a lot of the stuff that we don't be knowing about. You know what I'm saying? From the standpoint of a underground scene and all that. So he has a musical acumen when it comes to hip hop. So that's why he's here. We're gonna be talking about the year so far. Our picks as far as how the year has been. So come on, break them topics down for the people, man. What we doing?
Yeah, so today this is our halfway point episode, best of the year so far. We're gonna talk about the best rap verses. We're gonna talk about the best track, the best album of the year so far, rookie of the year, as well as who's winning the year so far, who is prime, who's having a really good year so far, who could possibly end the year out strong. This is a beer and rap show. So before we get into all of that action and all that jazz, what are we drinking? What are we drinking?
I think it's only right since Dan is obviously they're in a whole brewing situation right now. Go ahead and tell us what you got down there, man. What's popping in Toronto?
Okay, well, currently, what's on tap at Laylow is our Belgian wit beer. It's with hibiscus. It's called the Lightworks. Really
nice.
Easy, like ginger, hibiscus, a bit of clove. It's just essentially like a beautiful, light drinking, easy summer hibiscus wit.
Okay.
Beautiful red kind of tinge to it as well. It's really beautiful looking vibe. And
nice cup, yes.
It's 4.5%, Colin.
Word up.
Crushable, just straight crushable brew.
Very nice.
Word up.
Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go second because this is a beer that I did, I think, like a couple episodes ago. But since we are talking about rap and as we always do, but I thought it was a good theme to have. And this is actually one of the better beers that I've had thus far
I
this
like
year.
that. Okay, I like that. I like that. Okay, I see you.
Hip Hops and Brew from the
Oh,
good
oh,
fellows over at Funky Town Brewery with the Fuji's action. I thought it was only right since we got Laylow on here. Shout out Dilla for the Lightworks action.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But yes, this is Hip Hop and Brew, Hip Hops and R and Brew from Funky Town Brewery here in Chicago. Um, yeah, man, this is American Pale Ale. Damn, man, my pour game might be off, man, because I'm trying to do too much.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
a nice board.
But yeah, so that's what I'm drinking today. Cheers,
Nice.
Word up, man. Shout out my homie Brian, who was recently down in St. Louis, Missouri. He picked up me some beers while he was down there, man. So right now, I am going to be having from Urban Chestnut Brewing Company in St. Louis their Dorf beer, which is a Bavarian style Dunkel lager. All right. Historically, Dunkel lagers were the original everyday beers of Munich and the surrounding Bavarian villages with a dark amber color. Dorf or village beer utilizes Munich malt, a slight amount of roasted malt to create a smooth, easy drinking, slightly toasted lager. If you know me, you know I like my IPAs, but at the same time, I do like my dark lagers, man. My lagers that, you know what I'm saying, have that nice roasty caramel, notes and whatnot on it. So cheers to you, brothers, man. I'm gonna pour out this is a pint here. So we'll see what that joint looking like. You know what I mean? Ooh.
That's some witchcraft in that beer for sure.
Oh, dude.
That's looking good.
Look at the joint, man.
Yeah.
Look at this joint here.
What size bottle is that? Sheesh. Are you gonna finish that whole? You finishing that whole bottle?
It's only a pint, so it's not like it's
true.
coming off like it's is more, but it's just a pint. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna finish this Dunkel. Yeah, man.
Chalice.
Cheers to you fellas, though, man. Yeah.
Cheers, man.
Yeah,
Good to be
cheers.
back.
How we want to do this, man? How we want to do this?
I'll tell you what, man. Go. So let's just do it this way, man. First of all, shout out to anybody who's checking us out live right now out there in the world. We've been promoting this joint. Make sure when this show comes out that you let us know in the comments and whatnot what you think about what's your favorite verse so far, what's your favorite track so far, all that kind of good stuff. So let's just do this, man. I think the best way to come out is out the gate swinging. So far, best album. Oh yeah, come on. Look, if we're gonna do it, we might as well do it, right? So far, 2022, best rap album of the year in June. Since I'm talking, I guess I'll kick it off this way. Let's try to, not take too much time and whatnot, but let's do it this way. 2022 so far, best albums. We had some good albums. Obviously, everybody knows about Kendrick's album. Obviously, everyone knows about Pusha T's album. Benny the Butcher dropped this year. Conway the Machine dropped this year. Yeah. You had some rookies. We talking about rookies on the show. 504 dropped his debut album. Female artist. Big Lotto dropped an album. So many albums. Denzel Curry dropped an album. For me, though, right now, and I hate to make it so obvious, the best album of the year so far is none other than, obviously, Kendrick Lamar with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers for me so far. Anybody surprised to you, sirs?
No, this is not shocking. This is something I think we all can agree on, that Kendrick Lamar in this whole conversation should just be getting his own award at this point as the Kendrick Lamar Award. And every year it's probably going to go to Kendrick. Right now, artistically, I don't know if anyone caught the Paris live today where he performed.
Absolutely.
Yes. This guy's on another level, man. The artistic balance, the showmanship, the guy he's like this hip hop version of Prince or something right now. It's crazy. I don't know what's happening, but he's unstoppable. He's 5 for 5. He cannot be stopped. I agree with you fully to give it to Kendrick. Obviously, it's an obvious choice.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and I always like to make lists at the top of the year to see, what start a list of some of the best of the year. And there's some songs that I like from certain albums, but there's no full album that commands my attention like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Uh, there are very good verses out here, very good songs out here. But and the thing about Kendrick's album is it is heavy. I can't say that I could just throw it on. But the thing is I do just throw it on. But it's hard not to listen to the lyrics. So I put it on today in preparation for the show. And trying to decide, well, how many songs am I even gonna put as best verse or best track? But it's a good album. And what you want from artists is an album that is well crafted. The artistry in it is something that should be heralded. It's something that should be talked about. It's something that even if you don't like the album, surely it's something that you can, when you sit alone by yourself, it's something that you can pull from and think about. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead. I don't have another album
Ooh.
on my list at all right now. I don't know how our end of the year, these next 6 months, you people, hey, look, rappers, get it together. You know what I'm saying? No, hey, I got love for Saba. I got love for Conway. It's a lot of artists that dropped this year. I like Ramona Park broke my heart.
Absolutely.
I do like these albums. I like these albums. They didn't hit the way Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers did for me.
Well, let me say this. So let me stop you there. Dan, if Kendrick did not drop an album this year, if I can kick it to you, do you have someone that you think would have took this if it wasn't for Kendrick? What other album were you checking for?
I did. I mean, I had to like overthink it because there has to be like what we're choosing right now is second place. Is what we're doing. It's who is second place because we all kind of agree first. So it's really who's second. So for me, a lot of people do stand out, but I always like, as Kamal saying, like, it's almost like we're looking for the longevity of that album. Like, how often am I going to keep going back? Where like Kendrick is literally like a Wes Anderson film. Like you listen to it and you just.
I just watched the French Dispatch, but go ahead.
I haven't seen that yet. I got to check that. But like you just find things and nuances in his films all the time. You're like, oh man, I never even realized that. And you listen back to Kendrick. So like, obviously number one. But for me, just artists in general that have stand out for a full record. I feel like Denzel Curry's album was a huge improvement and a stepping stone in his career.
I would agree.
I really feel like he is on top. Walking on, like in general, that track is insanely well produced. It just shows how artistically inclined this kid is, and I've heard him cover Rage Against the Machine. Like this guy is next level artistry, and I do feel like he's just scratching the surface of what he can do right now.
He's a young cat too.
Young cat for sure. I really, really was surprised, which is why I love the album so much too. Like in general, he's been working with a lot of different producers, and this one just stood out to me a lot. But aside from that, I also agree on Vince Staples. Like he is on a roll. He was like top 5 for me last year. So he's. I mean, these two albums could literally just be released together in my mind as a double album at this point.
I agree.
And I won't get too in depth because it's too easy for me to like dwell and talk about other records that stand out as well. But I would say Denzel Curry would be my number 2 right now of 2022.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll just piggyback just a little bit. Yeah, I did like Pusha T's album. I did like Vince Staples' albums. Those are the main 2 that I would probably discuss right now as far as that running is concerned. To be honest with you, man, the algorithms, man, sometimes be betraying me because I remember that Denzel dropped and I didn't go back to it. Same thing with like Benny. Benny's album was good, but I didn't go back to it. But you put me on to that Denzel joint because you added. We got a playlist that's dropping 2 people. The Walking joint, man. With that being said, let's do Let's do some songs. Y'all want to talk songs?
Best song so far, for sure.
So this is tough for me, man. Best song, best track.
Best track, yeah.
Walking is up there for me. I've been listening to Walking so much since we started creating the playlist. Y'all do this. I'll do this. I'm going to talk about some of my adds to the playlist. I'll start there. How does that sound? So, songs that I added to the playlist. Dog Food, which actually is featuring Denzel Curry, which is a joint from IDK. Frankenstein, which is a Swedish House Mafia joint, but has ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
Coolest Things, Ari Lennox and Buddy.
I got that on my list. Oh,
Great track.
A by Free the Homies by Vince Staples. And then I'll just give one more. Captions, to switch it up a bit. Captions by Ransom was good. And I hate to do this again, but for me, the song that really right now is running it is probably Count Me Out, man. I don't want to make this the Kendrick show, but there's no better song for me right now. And what it is it's personal. It's so many things that he's saying on that songs that I connect with that I just can't help it, man. That's my joint. Come on, please tell me you don't have a Kendrick joint. Please say it's not Kendrick.
I just want to interrupt just for a quick minute. Canadian hip hop legend just stepped in the basement. It's Cadence Weapon. If y'all don't know Cadence, this is Polaris Prize.
Yo, welcome.
You need to hop on this record. Get it. These boys are
nice. Exclusive right here on Beers and Bars.
This is the track. That's the shit. That's the shit right there, guys. And please, this is Canadian heritage shit right here. This will stick around forever. And just a plug, there's a new book that just dropped.
Word up, bedroom rapper. Word.
So what you're saying is that he can come on the show at some point. We can get this.
We should be 100%. Grab a brew and talk
for
to
sure. For sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm about to go do that up as soon as we get done, man.
No, I like it. Go ahead, Kamal.
So yeah, man. As far as the tracks, we talking tracks, right?
Correct, tracks. Yep.
So first of all, my favorite track of the year so far. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, yo, this is a good song. The album was all right, but Big Lotto, man, Lotto Sunshine featuring Lil Wayne and Childish Gambino.
Okay.
That's a hard song, man. The melody in it, the beat, it's a good song. If she had more, she's really good with melody and melodic sounds. If she would have done that for the full album, I think it would have been a stronger album.
Okay.
She's got a lot of singles on her joint, but this song stood out for me for sure. Let's see what else I got. I got Brambleton.
Okay, here's the thing.
With the T.
At some point, though, you need one. What is your favorite?
Oh man,
I'm joking. Do you think?
Man, it was hard for me to get it down to one. I'll tell you this. I got Brambleton from Pusha T.
Okay.
I got Half Moon Mornings from Currency. Currency and Alchemist.
Okay.
I got Rich Spirit. Rich Spirit, Kendrick.
Okay.
Right. I got Coolest Things too.
Okay. Cool.
Buddy and Ari Lennox. Wild Chapters, Conway.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Paper Cuts, Vince Staples. Hair Salon, Dreamville, and them. Kaz, G Perico. If I were to whittle it down to one song, which is very hard to do.
Don't kill yourself. Yeah, do your thing.
I'll probably, and then I do like Crown too, Kendrick.
Okay.
I do like Crown too. But if I were to whittle it down to one song, which is very hard to do, I might go with Sunshine just because that was the initial song that really grabbed me.
Okay.
I don't go back to her album at all, but I do play that song.
Okay.
And so for that reason, for the rest of these songs, I had to kind of like go back and search and like, oh yeah, I did like this song. Oh yeah, I did like this song.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's the one that has stuck with me that I didn't have to look up. That's
Okay.
the one that's like, yo, I like this joint. That and Brambleton. Brambleton I like a lot, actually. I think it's a strong opener to an album. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Sunshine though, for sure.
Word up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big list.
Dan.
You know, I just chilling in my basement. I'm getting records signed. You know, it's a good day in the basement tonight.
Let the smokers shine the coops.
Woo!
That's the track. That's his track.
I like that. I like that.
My guy.
Right.
Much love, brother. Peace, dude. I mean, I can't believe that shit just happened.
That's fire,
so
dude.
Fire, man.
We love that we were a part of the moment.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know. Laylow's a really special place, man. That's all I have to say.
There you go.
Okay.
Absolutely, man. That's love.
All right, tracks. I'm gonna go to my list, and I'm gonna keep it simplified because you guys named a lot, and I want to I really want it to be really stand on my ground and not linger on too many tracks.
Yep.
So my number one most played song, and it really is, it's short, it's like 2 minutes, is that Big Crit So Cool track. I just love how it starts. I like how it finishes, and I like what Crit has done artistically. I feel like he's just he's really trying to change his artistry. He's really trying to reach out to new ears, and I think it's
For sure.
a new sound for him, and yet still very authentically him. Still, it's not fake at all.
Yeah.
It still has that Atlanta South type vibe to it, which I love. So cool. That's one of my favorite tracks of the year. I'd probably say Graph. That Bellini song is a constant.
That's hard.
And
That's
I mean,
hard.
when we listen to music here, it's we need to change the vibe immediately. We just
Yeah.
It's just perfect.
That's a good
Maybe,
song.
yeah, I'll go back to that song maybe for verse as well. And then again, another just consistently played song here is Earth Gang's Water Boys with JID and J. Cole.
Yeah.
That song, verse for verse, all four of them is a battle. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't stop listening to those three songs. High rotation. So definitely in the tops for me this year.
Okay.
You know what? While you're here, what's some of your top verses for the year?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's just roll right into it. What's some of your top verses?
Okay, so I really only picked one because again I was trying to stay. I wanted to keep this going and rolling. I knew in my mind I knew so I could describe why I like it so much. So Coda the Friend from Brooklyn.
Oh yeah.
Probably one of the best writers right now in the last few years. Enunciation, just everything. You just hear everything he's saying. That's why I love him so much. It reminds me of when I first heard Common or something. It's just he doesn't skip a beat, and you walk away and you're like, what did he just say?
That Static Selector album is fire that he dropped.
Oh man,
Oh yeah.
on all of them, Photo. I mean everything. I love his music production.
Yeah.
But he goes super heavy personal on a track, and he talks about a tough experience with a toxic woman in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And that she done hurt him bad.
Yeah.
And I've just never really heard a rapper really talk about that in that light before. He uses his experience to shed light on the reality of a woman, not to be controversial, mind fucking a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mostly psychologically. It's not rape. It's just a psychological thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It could be it could be controversial in certain moments, but I just feel it's a really powerful message, even in the dawn of this random ass Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial.
It's a fact.
I just never heard a track like that, and he's and shit got to change. Women beating men and men taking the blame.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. I just thought it was risky for an MC to do something like that.
Yeah.
And I applaud him because if you listen to the song, it's not far-fetched that's a real thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I applaud his risque artistry in that regard. And that whole song, it's a full verse. He does not stop. And it goes very end, tells the whole story. I thought that was my favorite verse and just artistic risk this year in general.
I think that it was a fire that he actually went that route too, because I remember when that whole situation went down, because they was trying to kind of get him. I mean, he's not that big of an artist as to where he can get quote unquote canceled.
Yeah.
But he was not really seen in a good light around that time when that situation happened. So to hear his side of it, you know, and what happened, and I think because some of the stuff that he was saying on the song kind of got proven, I believe. I don't want to speak too much on that, but to hear his side of it and his perspective was dope to hear, man. So I'll go next, man. You know what? I'm gonna keep mine short this time too, man. I've already talked about Count Me Out. Obviously, verses and songs are gonna go together. Like if this is your favorite track, it's that favorite track for a reason. It has to do with the verses. But I'm gonna move Count Me Out. It's not there for me. I think that my favorite verse of the year right now is J. Cole's verse on London.
Wow. It's so good.
Hey, listen here.
Wow.
Pop on the top. Got me up now. I'm opportunistic. I'm staring at the money. I'm same way that Mello stare at the same way Mello stare at Ree is how I stare at the money. He had so many bars. First of all, people probably don't even know who Bia really is, and it's no slight to her. But the fact that he hopped on this, you know what I'm saying, this chick track, this London chick track, and didn't take a bar off. Like it's a feature. He could have just but he owned it like it was his song.
Yeah, he did.
And I think she was swagged out. She had good bars and whatnot. But man, J. Cole verse on that joint took it to another level. So now, my favorite / best verse of the year is what Cole did on that London joint. So yeah, sweet and simple.
Yeah, man. Best verse, I'm actually gonna give it to Kendrick, man. The
you gotta
third
relax.
verse.
Go ahead.
Or is it, I think it's the third. I think it's his third verse. And Mother I Sober, man. It's a really strong song, and I like how he constructed the album with that being the second to last song. It is a culmination of everything that comes before it. So all of the things that he talks about throughout his album kind of culminates on Mother I Sober. And the way it comes on, I was never high. I was never drunk, never out my mind. I need control. They handed me some smoke, but still I declined. I did it sober, sitting with myself. I went through all emotions, no dependence except for one. Let me bring you closer. Talking about his wife, right? And and as he goes into this whole thing, throughout the album, it's like a therapy session. And flash, pizzazz, razzmatazz, swag rap is really cool and fun to listen to, for sure. Of course, it's fun. But there's something to be said about an artist that can get honest, like Coda the Friend. You know what I'm saying? That can bare their soul for all to judge, to make comments, say it's whack, and or whatever the case may be. They're bearing their soul on wax for everyone to consume. And in this song in particular, he's trying to transform himself as well as his family, talking about family issues, where he falls short, as well as everyone, as well as the human race. By the end of the song, he's talking about, freeing abusers and all this other stuff and just transforming himself. And I think it's a powerful message in the song.
Okay.
But that verse in particular, it's got that one mic vibe. I think I talked about this when we originally talked about the album. It's got that one mic vibe.
Intensifies as it goes. Yeah, it keeps building.
Yeah, where it's like very slow at the beginning or low at the beginning. His voice is maintained. It's calm. But then by the end of the verse, he's amped up. And that energy is what's making me say, yo, this is the verse. This is the verse. This is the verse. So that's my vote, man. Mother I Sober, that third verse, man.
Okay. let's do this, man. Let's have a little fun. And this is where we're gonna really show you why we have Dan on here, because I don't know who the hell the rookie of the year is so far.
Me either. I have 0 people for a rookie. I definitely said, I definitely said I'm gonna lean on Dan for this one.
Wow.
He keeps his ear to the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Dan, what's up, man? What's going on?
Plus, Dan, you can kind of we'll give you some time here. You can kind of speak to what y'all do up there as far as new artists and whatnot, right? Like, up there at the brewery and all that. So you're always in tune with the underground. So we'll let you kick it off. Rookie of the year so far for 2022. Who you got? Okay,
rookie of the year so far. I have 3, and they're kind of spread out, which I think is a good thing. But just recently, Philly crew Coast Contra, they are on a roll. They are posting a lot of good content. They just performed on Jimmy Fallon or Stephen Colbert, I believe. It was like basically their first like real live performance on national television.
Nice.
I love that they're from Philly. They're 4 dope MCs. They have like a very boom bap, Souls of Mischief, Lost Boys type vibe. It's very refreshing. It's just great. It's just one of those groups where you're just like, everything is okay. Mm-hmm. Nothing is going to change in this genre, and it's going to keep growing because there's always going to be someone coming next that's going to keep the culture and the sound alive. And I just think these guys may be some new torchbearers of hip hop, and they may split up and do their own stuff too. I love crews. I love people who come out in crews, and I like when they break up and start doing their own stuff and come back. I feel like Coast Contra is definitely lingering on another album for sure this year. They've already released a dope one. Some tracks produced by Jansport J from Oakland, who performed here just last month. Just good people, man. Great people.
What's his name?
The producer, Jansport J.
Got you.
He did some Nas, King's Disease too. He's working with Hit Boy a lot, West Side Gun. He just dropped a new project yesterday with an MC called AJ Snow, which just came out. So yeah, that's one. Number 2, I'm gonna say Red Veil. This kid is literally a kid. I'm 38, so I'm 20 years his senior. Mm-hmm. He's 18, maybe 19. He produces and writes his own stuff. It is
Red Veil.
I don't know. You just hear that. We all have kids. You just hear something like that, and you're like, wow, gifted, true artist. He's got it. I can't wait to see what this.
He has the song Automatic on the playlist, right?
Yeah, I put Automatic. It was really hard to choose. I could have put a few, but in general, it's a full album. It's fantastic, and he's actually opening for Denzel Curry on his tour right now, which is a very good show. If anyone's looking to buy a concert ticket, that you don't want to miss that opening act. That he'll sell you and he'll maybe steal the show.
Word up.
I give it to him for sure. And then just for Canadian content,
let's do it.
Last rookie of the year, I got to shout out my boy Thelonious. He's from Rexdale. This kid is he just reminds me of a stone's throw type kid. I really enjoy his snide remarks and the way he raps. He's funny, but he can be dark, and I'm very excited for Thelonious and his growth. He's just like super unapologetic but raw,
Felonious or Colonious?
Thelonious, like Thelonious Monk.
Thelonious.
Yeah,
Thelonious.
He kind of got that name because he's like serving like soulful jazz fusion in that in the background. So it's like you guys would definitely like it. I'll definitely give it to him and shout out Thelonious for sure. They performed here and I'm definitely in on it, and I'm excited to see him grow as an artist in the next year because he's on his way too.
I'm gonna be honest, man. You could really make the case that Coast Contra is winning they are the rookie of the year from the standpoint of what they've done. From a clip standpoint, we live in a viral era where you ain't even got to pop necessarily with your album. You can pop with what freestyles or whatever you've done on what's the LA joint, LA Leakers, all this type of stuff can make you pop. And I've seen their content get shared so much, not even just from the standpoint of the album, but just their freestyles and all that kind of stuff. It's this one joint where they freestyling on that's been just sent everywhere. And the reason why I say that is because the big people, you know, I mean, like a Lotto or like, and I'm not trying to, you know, shit on them, but like a Lotto and like a 504, the albums dropped, and you know, it hasn't been much continuation of the conversation of their rookie year as to like, remember when like a Game dropped or a 50 Cent dropped, you know, after these big anticipations and whatnot, and it was just like they just ran it. I would argue that Coast Contra is probably, from a rookie standpoint, kicking ass right now, to be honest with you.
For sure. Yeah, Coast Contra, like, I'm checking for them, man. I'm checking for them. When you spoke about them a couple of weeks ago, I checked out the album. They got some strong songs. And then I think Danny dropped one of them was at a radio, or maybe they were all at a radio station, but there's a clip going around of one of them spitting, and I'm like, yo, he's going off.
Like he's got like two personalities, right? He starts so calm.
Yes.
You know, and I apologize to Coast Contra. I don't even like, they're so new, and yes, rookies, that I don't even know. I don't even refer to them by artists like MCs. I just call them Coast Contra. Right? I'm not there yet. I'm still like, I'm not gonna pretend I'm like a diehard fan, but I am definitely, like, I'm interested in where they're going.
For sure.
But yeah, I love how they're putting these like viral videos out, like they're on freestyle shows, which is dope. It's just like it's just like them chilling, but it's like, why don't we just make these? Like, I think it's genius. And
that's what I'm saying.
Shout out Philly. I love Philly. Like Philly needs some newborn sons to, like, you know, the Roots can't do it forever, guys. They need more blood coming.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, come on, let's do it, man.
Who's winning the year? Who's winning the year?
I mean, okay, all right. This is I think it's tougher than we think, man.
Yep.
You know why? It's because,
hey, man, let me go ahead, man, and say this. All right.
Go.
House music might be running the year right now.
Whoa, chill.
House music is running the year. Not winning, but running the year. All right. Drake might. Beyonce.
Is this the power influence? Is this where we're at? It's just
I don't know, man.
No,
who's next?
House music is heavy in the streets right now, man. Dance music. This is a rap show, man. We talking about dance music. That's crazy, right?
I'm keeping it rap right now, but I hear what you're saying, though. I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
But as far as the year is concerned, it's really hard to say. Like, Gunna had a strong Pushing P campaign.
Yeah,
and
man.
That's not even worth. I don't know if that's even worth really, you know, mentioning for real. Kendrick is having a good year. He was just on the he just did the Virgil the Louis Vuitton Paris Fashion Week show.
Mm-hmm.
Just today, like today.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's just sitting like we are performing,
and that's very cool. So, you know, I think that he will continue to grow from this album. You know, in the realm of rap, I would say that, you know, there are a lot of albums that kind of came and went, unfortunately, throughout the years so far. I think that Kendrick's album has so much on it that there's a lot of moments in it that can be shared throughout the year since its release, can be, you know, kind of regurgitated throughout the year. And he's been having a good year.
He did a Super Bowl too, right?
He did.
That's a nice icing on the cake, you know, like that's crazy. And he had arguably the best performance too.
That's true. That's not
like something like, not like you gotta brag about that. Like I did the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure. Right. I forgot all about Super Bowl. Actually, I forgot all about it. But that's another point, you know. And with that, you know, I feel like the way the algorithms once again are set up, like things aren't, you know, unless you have a song on TikTok or something, you're not seeing certain artists, you know, come up often. Chance is supposed to be dropping something this year. I think Chance is a really good rapper. Um, I like to see what he's gonna do. I wasn't a fan of his last project, but I won't go into that.
Yeah.
But I do like the single. I do like the single that he dropped. I do like I almost named Joey Badass's verse.
Yep.
Or one of the better verses, actually.
That's probably the best Chance I've heard in a long time.
Like, yeah, he actually had a strong verse.
You know, I mean, sidebar. I really had a moment of clarity where I thought for a minute, how incredible would a full record by those two actually be? Because I've been thinking about, you know how we're always, I know this is a sidebar.
No.
And also we haven't brought up Black Star because no one wants to pay that $40. So Black Star, like, we'll put you in our list when you fucking put your shit back on normal. We've been fans of them forever, so we're allowed to say that.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking in my mind for years, like, who is going to be that next duo that could literally just share the mic back and forth? And for a minute, I was listening to this song, and we are releasing a playlist at the end of this, and I was like, man, this track is literally about the highs and the lows, the halfway point, like what's good, what's bad, what's not.
Yeah.
I was so into that song. It's infectious. And you know, you know, you guys are the controversy. You guys are from Chicago, but like, you know, Chance to me got really too positive for a little bit, and I was
That's
just
a fact.
Yeah,
feeling like too happy all the time. Like I like darkness and artistry and hip hop, and like once you're like preaching too much happy stuff, it kind of gets like overplayed, I guess. But this
it
was
gets
like,
corny.
nice.
It gets corny.
This was the nicest balance of that.
Yeah.
But Joey obviously brings a little bit of darkness. But anyways,
yeah,
I do have an answer for who's having the best.
Go ahead, do your thing. Take it away.
Yes.
Okay, so this is going to be. So I think the best artist who's having the best year in my mind, and I'm talking about like when we say like who's having a good year, I'm saying like they are like really happy. They're in a good space. They've come out of like whatever, you know, hurdles in life, and they're making music again, and it's very good.
I know where you're going.
So I'm going with Fat Lip of the Far Side. So if you guys don't know like the whole story about the Far Side, or you've seen the documentary came out years ago, this band, first of all, is my favorite. They were my introduction to hip hop, essentially.
Okay.
At a very young age. And Fat Lip, in this doc, I didn't know this, was, you know, obviously an addict. He was going through a lot. He's even quoted to saying he doesn't even remember recording half of those songs on Lab Cab and Bizarre Ride, which is crazy. He had trouble getting over borders, going on tour. This band is split up in every denomination. I mean, there's been Fat Lip and Slim Kid. There's been Amani and Booty Brown. There's been the Bizarre Ride to the Far Side. There's been the band formerly known as the Far Side. Now there's the Far Side, which is FARSID, which is Fat Lip, Slim Kid, and Amani without Booty Brown. It's like we all get along. I love these men. But only in this last year, the three of them reformed. And since that reform, without Booty Brown, which is unfortunate, Fat Lip has been releasing insane amount of singles and an album. And the people working with them, it just goes to show you the longevity and the seniority-ship in hip-hop and how many people just have been dying to work with this man their whole life. And also being clean, working hard, on tour. You know, the album is crazy. And, like, when I say who's on it, like, Madlib, Guru, it's phenomenal. Like, everyone is here. Freddie Gibbs. The production is insane. So, for me, like, hearing Fat Lip happy again and making music, you deserve that. You're having the year of your life. You're back and you're on tour and people love you. And it's nice to like be reminded that love never died and people have not stopped loving you and they've just wanted to hear your music again. And for me as a fan, I'm like literally emotional. It's like, yo, man, I'm just so happy you're back. It's good to hear your voice on music again. And yeah, hands down, best year. Who's winning? Fat Lip of the Far Side and the Far Side in general.
No, man, that's a great argument because what you're saying is that this artist that you love for so long is doing better than they have done in so long, and he's having a ride. And I did check out. I think it's 2 songs from Fat Lip on this album.
I put 2 on the playlist. I like was really hard to choose, but the features too are just so nasty. So
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I think it's really honestly for me. This was super hard because this is a weird year, and I think it has something to do with the fact that we're kind of okay. It's been a tough year too. We're coming out of a pandemic. We've had these crazy shootings, but at the same time, people trying to get back outside, and it's just like it's a very weird year. And musically, it's like nothing is sticking. Everything is like good for the moment, and then we move on to the next thing, and nobody's really having a run. So for me, I would honestly say it's probably a toss-up between Kendrick, and I think that Pusha's also having a good year. Dropped a solid album and is on tour and doing his thing. I can't really think of any other people that's really. I think Vince is having a good year a little bit. He's kind of popping up in some commercials here and there, which is a crazy metric for me saying he's having a good year, right? Like but he is an artist that I think needs more light and whatnot. I think he is very good. So it's weird, man. Your answer is the best answer, Dan, because you gave a nuanced, solid reasoning. Besides the fact that the album was good, he's somewhere where you've wanted to see, and he's one of your favorites. So that's dope. So yeah,
yeah, man.
J. Cole's actually having a pretty good year.
J. Cole is actually having a good year. He's got features as well. Well, he's got the Be a feature, which is good looking good, as well as his basketball career.
Hey, he played for the Scarborough Shooting Stars. That's a Toronto men's team right there.
Yeah.
Dropped 6 points, career high for him.
Yeah.
He actually had arguably more points than Draymond Green in the whole playoffs at one point.
And he had the dope he had his dope festival this year that was commenced with a DJ drama mixtape, even though which was decent. It was all right.
I feel like that was a miss. But I mean, that was just like I feel like we all wanted to talk about it, but it's like it just wasn't there.
Yeah, that's real. But
his tour sold out. So I mean the guy doesn't even have to do anything. I mean, his tour is already sold out.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey man,
look, that's the halfway point. That's I guess we got to. I don't know who else is dropping this year. After the show, I got to find out what Fat Lip's album is.
Oh no, there are some drops. Lupe Fiasco drops tomorrow. Joey Badass, I believe, drops tomorrow.
Yeah. The logic is really good, and I know it's like he's controversial, y'all. But
I keep forgetting, man. You're right.
The production, I mean, the lyricism.
Yeah,
I drove to it today. I wouldn't even put it in the list because it's too new right now. But like, damn,
I gotta check that out.
Everyone's on it.
I gotta check that out, man. I gotta check out that logic. But yeah, man, it's some dope. Black Thought and what's my man's name that did the Gray album for
Danger Mouse?
Oh yeah, Danger Mouse. Jeez.
That's dropping.
Yes.
We got some joints.
That's gonna be bluesy and jazzy. That's gonna be nasty.
It's gonna be crazy.
But listen, man, we appreciate everybody who's listening, checking it out, man. Make sure again you subscribe. This has been our 2022 so far year review with Laylow. Shout out Dan. Shout out Colin. Everybody over that way. Make sure you check out we're gonna make the playlist public in about 10 minutes. So if you're hearing this on Spotify or you're hearing this on Apple or wherever else, it's already there. We'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Yo, get that cadence weapon, y'all.
True facts. Get that.
Thank you, Beers and Bars.
Yeah, man, we appreciate it.
Word up.